make a quick video about this before I forget it. So what I'm working on is the ability to generate spawn points, ambience, noise, music, whatever, but without having to put it all manually. So what I'm doing is, so here's the terrain. Let's say that on the left-hand side, we want this to sound like a forest, maybe some chirping or something like this. Then here in this pond, over here, we want some kind of like water whooshing sound. And then like in the town, we want some like rustling, like some background noise for talking, that kind of stuff. So let's see, what am I, in my subsystem, this is my subsystem. Is it in my subsystem or system? It's in, what is it? Generators, it's in the world. Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay, so in the world, you can see all of these circles here in different colors. So the blue is like forest, the green is, these are for ambient sounds. Green is like waves. Let's see how we can go about making these. So select our terrain, and on the right-hand side, you can see interactive terrain layers. So to see them, we can highlight this, we can check this box here. And what it does is it shows where this is applicable. Maybe blue is in the water, yellow, brown is not, it's just around here. The brown is, these are rocks, the blue is water, green is forest, yellow is beach. There's no beach here, essentially, or there's not yet anyway. And so then you can edit it. So let's say we want to extend this forest a bit, actually, that makes sense. So click on that, and then I can just left click to extend the forest like so. And then holding shift, I can delete some of it. Maybe I want like a break in between here. Yeah, okay. Then what we want to do is generate the forest colliders. So we go to generators and go to the forest ambience. Now you can see that the blue spheres don't extend to the new areas that I just added. So just on the bottom right hand here, click generate new audio sources. So we have the terrain that we're working with as the argument here, the layer, and then the radius of like how big we want those to be. Click generate. It'll remove the old ones, create some new ones. They're not all going to be in the exact same place. Maybe we could do that, but for our cases, our case so far, we don't really care. And then you can do the same kind of thing with rocks. These generate rocks. Oh, sorry, right here, rock gliders, with beach, and water ambience. So if I highlight terrain, you need to uncheck that. Otherwise, you're still gonna be in like edit terrain mode, which we don't want to be. But here, now click water, and water has 15. Actually, haven't regenerated water, so I'll just like put that there, generate water. And now we've got just one big water one there. Cool. All right. This is going to be really useful for us to have a little bit more control over where we want to generate things. With Gaia, you use an algorithm, procedural generation. With this one, you kind of like choose where you want it, and you just click a button, which is pretty cool. We can get some combination of the two going. And hopefully we can utilize in some way these other things that I'm working on. These spheres basically indicate to us where certain things are in the world. So This one has an S, indicating with this like sphere, indicating that this is a spawn zone. So what it will do is it hooks up to our character spawner. I put a minimal behavior on top, a wrapper around the character spawner utility class, which will load, check if the character spawners have been loaded from the database. If not, it'll send a request currently directly to the database. In the future, it'll send a request to the game server for the character spawners in the vicinity. And you might even get one by name or ID, so you can just put that in there and then load. And that'll load in the spawner right here, which will have some arguments saying which characters it wants to spawn. Maybe it spawns just one dude. Maybe it's like a bunch of zombies. Who knows, right? And then what we can kind of do is we can duplicate these and create like sub spawners. So you might have like a few out here, and these two are like the sub spawners, and then this one will affect the two over here. And you could do like a randomly seeded battle to kind of build the layout so that every time you play a new game, a different scenario has taken place. It might be all zombies, it might be no zombies, who knows. What else? Still thinking about what other utilities this has for us. Maybe like random wind, random dust, lightning. So many things we could do. Smoke, burning forests. Yeah. All right. That's it. I'm gonna do this.